If you want to get motivated to work hard for your goals, you should definitely watch our picks for the best motivational movies.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. Eddie the Eagle, 2015.
What plans?
I'm going to be an Olympic ski jumper.
Eddie the Eagle is a 2015 biographical sports comedy drama film directed by Dexter Fletcher and stars Taron Egerton, Hugh Jackman, Christopher Walken, Iris Berben, and Jim Broadbent. Inspired by true events, Eddie the Eagle is a feel-good story about Michael Edwards, a British ski jumper who never stopped believing in himself. With the help of a rebellious coach, Eddie takes on the establishment and wins the hearts of sports fans around the world by performing an improbable and historic feat at the 1988 Winter Olympics in Calgary.
You got more dedication, you got more heart and spirit than any of those other jumpers out there. Any of them. I mean, Jesus, I spent 6 months trying to get rid of you, dude. You're like gum on my shoe. You never gave up. I mean, you're gonna give up now?
Number 9. Rudy, 1993. Rudy is a 1993 biographical sports film directed by David Anspaugh and stars Sean Astin, Ned Beatty, Jason Miller, and Charles S. Dutton. It tells the story of Daniel Rudiger, who harbored dreams of playing football at the University of Notre Dame despite significant obstacles. His grades were too low and he was only half the size of the other players. But he is determined to overcome the odds and has set his sights upon joining the team.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen. Now go on back.
Number 8. Pay It Forward, 2000.
Like a perfect world?
Mm-hmm.
So?
Pay It Forward is a 2000 drama film directed by Mimi Leder and stars Kevin Spacey, Haley Joel Osment, Helen Hunt, and Jay Moore. Young Trevor McKinney, troubled by his mother's alcoholism and fears of his abusive but absent father, is caught up by an intriguing assignment from his teacher, Mr. Simonet. For the assignment, Trevor launches a goodwill movement known as Pay It Forward, which brings a revolution not only in the life of himself, but in those of a growing circle of people completely unknown to him.
And I'm going to help them. But it has to be something really big. Something they can't do by themselves. So I do it for them. Then they do it for 3 other people.
Number 7. The Blind Side, 2009.
Do you have any place to stay tonight? Don't you dare lie to me.
The Blind Side is a 2009 biographical sports drama film written and directed by John Lee Hancock and stars Sandra Bullock, Quinton Aaron, Tim McGraw, Jay Head, and Lily Collins. The movie is based on the true story of Leigh Ann Towie and Sean Towie, who take in a homeless teenage African-American, Michael Oher. They provide him with a loving home he never experienced before, and when he expresses an interest in football, she goes all out to help him.
Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
Good boy. Now go have some fun. Yelling at him doesn't work, Bert. Doesn't trust men.
Number 6. Rocky, 1976.
Guy comes up, offers me a fight. Big deal. Want to fight the fight? Yeah, I'll fight the big fight.
Rocky is a 1976 sports drama film directed by John G. Avildsen and is written by and starring Sylvester Stallone. It tells the rags-to-riches story of Rocky Balboa, a small-time boxer from Philadelphia, working as a debt collector for a loan shark. When heavyweight champion Apollo Creed visits Philadelphia, his managers set up an exhibition match between Creed and Rocky, touting the fight as a chance for a nobody to become a somebody. The film also stars Talia Shire, Burt Young, Burgess Meredith, and Carl Weathers.
The master of disaster, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Apollo
Number 5. It's a Wonderful Life, 1946.
I said I wish I'd never been born.
Oh, you mustn't say things like that. Wait a minute. That's an idea.
It's a Wonderful Life is a 1946 Christmas fantasy drama film, produced and directed by Frank Capra and starring James Stewart, Henry Travers, and Donna Reed. The story follows George Bailey, a man who has given up his dreams to help others. When a financial disaster on Christmas Eve lets George think about suicide, an angel comes along and shows him how different life in his community would be if he had never been born. The movie has been recognized by the American Film Institute as one of the 100 best American films ever made.
My mouth's bleeding, Bert! My mouth's bleeding! Zuzu's pedals! Zuzu! There they are! Bert! What do you know about that? Merry Christmas!
Number 4. Good Will Hunting, 1997.
You're not perfect, sport. And let me save you the suspense. This girl you met, she isn't perfect either.
Good Will Hunting is a 1997 drama film directed by Gus Van Sant and stars Robin Williams, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Minnie Driver, and Stellan Skarsgård. Will Hunting is a genius who's living a rough life in South Boston. When Will is almost sent to jail, a professor at MIT decides to bail him out under the condition that he works with him for math every week and that he visits the therapist, Sean McGuire. With the help of Sean, Will begins to realize that there's more to himself than he thinks there is.
I'd do fucking anything to have what you got. So would any of these fucking guys. It'd be an insult to watch if you're still here in 20 years. Hanging around here is a fucking waste of your time. You don't know that. I don't?
Number 3. The Shawshank Redemption, 1994.
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. Everybody in here is innocent. Did you know that?
The Shawshank Redemption is a 1994 American drama film written and directed by Frank Darabont and is based on the 1982 Stephen King novella Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. The movie is the highest-rated film on IMDb and follows the story of a banker who is sentenced to life in Shawshank State Penitentiary for the murders of his partner and her lover, despite his claims of innocence. Starring Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, and Bob Gunton. The movie is definitely a must-watch.
I wonder if you might get me a rock hammer.
A what?
A rock hammer.
What is it and why?
What do you care?
Well, if it was a toothbrush, I wouldn't ask questions. I just quote a price. But then a toothbrush is a non-lethal object, isn't it?
Number 2. Forrest Gump, 1994.
I'm Forrest Gump.
From that day on, we was always together. Jenny and me was like peas and carrots.
Forrest Gump is a 1994 comedy drama film directed by Robert Zemeckis and stars Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Gary Sinise, Mykelti Williamson, and Sally Field. The story follows Forrest Gump, a slow-witted but kind-hearted man from Alabama who witnesses and unwittingly influences several defining historical events in the 20th century United States. The movie won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor for Tom Hanks, and was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
Sweetest voice in the wide world.
You can sit here if you want.
I had never seen anything so beautiful in my life.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
But you're wrong if you think that the joy of life comes principally from human relationships. God's placed it all around us. It's in everything, in anything we can experience. People just need to change the way they look at those things.
Therefore, all there is to say is well done. Or perhaps I should say, to be more precise, well done, Doctor.
Bravo, Stephen.
An extraordinary theory.
Thank you.
How the heck does a 52-year-old, over-the-hill milkshake machine salesman build a fast food empire with 1,600 restaurants in 50 states, 5 foreign countries, with an annual revenue of in the neighborhood of $700 million? One word: persistence.
Number 1. The Pursuit of Happiness, 2006.
And the why, we talked about this. It's an I in happiness. There's no Y in happiness, it's an I.
The Pursuit of Happiness is a 2006 autobiographical drama film, directed by Gabriel Muccino and stars Will Smith, Tandy Newton, and Jaden Smith. The movie is based on an entrepreneur, Chris Gardner's nearly one-year struggle being homeless. In 1981, in San Francisco, he invested the family savings in bone density scanners, but struggles to sell the products. Forced to live out on the streets with his son, Gardner continues to sell the scanners while concurrently taking on an unpaid internship as a stockbroker, with slim chances for advancement to a paid position.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it.
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.